I'm starting. Start yours now. Okay? Start yours.
And we're recording.
Okay, I'm starting my recording now. Surprise New Year's special!
Oh, a second there.
Still say it doesn't work.
Shut up! Anyway, hello everybody, welcome to the surprise New Year's special on Snap Commentaries. Joining me today is Anthony.
Yep,
or redmage.
just on here.
And also, this is a surprise, we have more than 2 people! Yay! Whee! Yes, we have Pika here, joining me today. And today we're going to be doing an anime review. Of a show that me and Pika recently decided to watch, specifically for this channel, because we thought it would be a good idea. Pretty much.
Well, that's him, Pika.
I'll take that silence as an acceptance of that. Anyway, the show we're going to be reviewing today was released in 2009. It's called Kämpfer, I believe, if I pronounced that right.
German for fighter.
Yeah, which is German for fighter. I don't think I pronounced that right, but fuck, I don't give a shit. Anyway, this anime released in between November 2006, March 2010, consists of.
That would be.
Oh wait, no, that would be something else. No, damn it, it's 2009. Sorry, I'm reading the Wikipedia page while I'm doing this.
Look, the manga is released between November 2006 to March 2010.
And I believe it's also ongoing.
It started at between October and December 2009. But the newer one, which is
it's basically got more German added on to the end of it.
Yeah. You know what? I really don't give a shit, actually.
Yes.
But yeah, the latest one would be like in 2011. Spring.
Yeah. Which is why we decided this, because I had a bit of a mix-up. I thought the whole anime was released this year, because I'm stupid like that. Anyway,
the first season continuing on from where it left off the year before.
Yeah, even though it is only 2 episodes, but I'll get to that later.
Yeah. And since you're the one who only seen it, I've seen up to 4.
Well, no, Pika knows how to pronounce everyone's name, so he can explain what the plot in summary is.
Yeah. Should we just focus on...
I hate being the one being able to pronounce German names correctly.
No, it's not German, it's Japanese. What are you on about?
Japanese name.
Wait a minute, what? Oh.
What are you on about?
You're on about the title or the character's name.
God,
I think I'm on about the title.
No. Please explain the premise and plot.
Right, yeah.
Here it is in a nutshell, folks. Kämpfer is an anime that basically turns this guy named Natsumi-san, this guy, into a girl who has to fight other girls.
In other words, lesbian porn. No, I'm joking. No.
No, it's just fighting.
Don't let the looks deceive you. This anime is not what you think it is.
It surprisingly doesn't have that much fan service.
Wow, you wouldn't guess that if you didn't know.
Well, I'm not counting the internet searches on this show.
Trust me, guys, if you search this anime on Google Images, you'll find some pretty interesting things. And surprisingly, most of it is just people taking the certain the certain fan service shots, and then just posting them as images. Well, very little is being exploited. But anyway.
Yeah. The fan service, when it does happen, is usually very funny, and it's there to be a comical joke more than sort of
in your face, like the more modern animes today that they just have it for no fucking reason. But anyway, back so the plot revolves around this guy called Nretesw, who wakes up one morning on episode 1. We're going to start doing a summary now. Shall we do a summary of episode 1 and then we'll go into like our favourite moments?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do episode 1.
Okay, so episode 1, we start off before the opening with a very, very awesomely well animated chase sequence between a redhead chick and our main protagonist, Nretesw.
Slow motion!
Yeah, there's some really... I actually reckon the animation in this first half is actually extremely well done, and it's actually sad that we don't see more stuff like this later on.
Yeah.
The anime kind of takes a casual turn for it.
It changed from an action, which seemed
still-
like a good idea, to a more of a comedy, romance.
Look, yeah, it's a romantic comedy in the end of the day.
Yeah.
But
we're missing something.
yeah, but anyway, so after
It still keeps to its main plot line of the actual series.
yeah, but it likes to vary off into other like side stories, which is quite good. But anyway, so then we after the opening, which is also quite well done and it has a bit of fan service and lesbians. Sorry.
Yeah.
Look, can I just say, if you've got a guy who turns into a chick, theoretically, if that guy is straight, he becomes a lesbian. That's just basic human physics, okay? I'm just saying. If you have a guy who likes men... Oh no, a guy, damn it, fuck, I got...
You did it again, dude.
A girl.
If you got a guy that likes girls and then you turn him into a girl, theoretically, his mindset should still like girls. That's just common human nature. So if I make lesbian jokes, that's why.
Yeah.
Yes, but this guy has managed to somehow keep somewhat people in question whether or not she's a lesbian or not. Ew.
Things get, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, after the, interesting lesbian scenes in the opening, we cut to Nretsew-san in his bedroom, where he's wearing some very tight clothing. But then again, when you think about it,
I have to say for a protagonist, she looks pretty hot.
Stop choking and be a man.
Yeah. Go home and be a family man.
I'm just joking. Don't worry, Pete.
But yes,
she does the way she's portrayed in his I'm just going to say her female form is actually she's meant to look like that. She's meant to be hot. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's like holy crap. Most female protagonists don't look all that.
Yeah, but as I said, she's meant to be. That's how it's like. It's part of the plot point. You know, it's meant to be like that. But anyway, so he wakes up. He's a chick, and he's freaking the fuck out like any man would. I mean, come on.
And I quote, "My chest is blown up like a balloon. My hair's gotten longer." Wait, I've never worn underwear like this before.
Yeah.
Was it that, or was it the other lines? I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, let's continue. And then this is where we're introduced to... What's the name of this tiger? Hang on.
It's a tiger, yes.
Disemboweled tiger is its name.
Disemboweled... You sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. I have it open right next to the Skype window.
That'd be... Oh, yeah.
One of many in-drilled animals.
Which are basically... I would say... What could we compare this to in real life? What's a doll series like this?
Let's see, how should I put this? The dolls...
It's the My Little Pony
have like this... The guts or intestine out.
Yeah.
Who the hell?
And each one has been killed, and I think each one's been killed in a different way. Disemboweled tiger, electrocuted wildcat, and slaughtered stray dog, burnt alive lion. You know, it's all that type of stuff.
Or choke the dog, I think.
We could go with this all day. But anyway, so we meet.
You just need to know that they're in-drill animals.
And that they apparently call themselves messengers.
I said that, didn't I?
No, you didn't. I had to explain it.
Look, if you listen. Okay, you know we're not gonna say this again before we make this up look bad. Yeah, I know. Done with the messages. Let's move on.
let's move on. Yeah, so basically the messenger explains, you're a Kämpfer, you have to fight other chicks. He's basically, he thinks this is a dream. This is where we find out that Disemboweled Tiger is actually the reincarnation of Chuck fucking Norris.
What?
He jumps up off of what was he on his
Jumps
desk?
off the nightstand and fell
And twirls it.
sky.
And then he wakes up. He's a guy again. It's like,
And the first thing he does is look down there.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Sure.
that's what I would do. I'd just be like, fuel. Like, seriously, come on.
the episode. Then then he gets ready for school, and then he goes to school. Then
We meet the female love interest.
Yes, this person will get. This person you will get to know very well.
And she has a very interesting plot point near the end of the series. A very interesting fucking plot point, mind you, which I'm not going to spoil because just to recap, I've watched every single episode. Anthony's only up to episode 4, and Pika's watched up to episode 9ish. So
Yeah.
I have more knowledge of the basis plot. I just can't pronounce anyone's names because I'm fucking retarded. So anyway, continue.
At least I know one thing about Sakura-san. I think her name was that.
Sakura-san, yeah, I believe that's how it's pronounced.
She, for whatever reason, is apparently a big fangirl of the intro series. And for whatever reason, every Kämpfer has one of these intro animals.
And they talk. This isn't, and also it's explained in the very first minutes that she gave Sakura-san gave whatever the fuck his name is, the damn
Nretsew-san.
Nretsew-san. Yeah, I have to remember to pronounce it. She gave him the Disemboweled Tiger. This is not going to come to play later. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, so we meet the female love interest. They exchange pleasantries as you do. Blah 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 blah. Then we meet my favorite character.
Oh gosh.
Yes, redhead chick. That's what I.
Yeah. Nretsew says he's walking along talking to his love interest, and all of a sudden, pow pow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her name is let's see.
Akana-chan.
Akana-chan. Oh, something like that. But I'll just call her in this form redhead chick. Fuck yeah. This chick is awesome. Like seriously.
She starts shooting at Nretsew-san, and Nretsew wants to get his love interest out of danger. And this is when and after the intro animal also told him that he transforms every time that Kämpfer is nearby.
And also this is where the bracelet comes into more play. Because we haven't explained. Basically all the Kämpfers have these bracelets.
I haven't talked a lot, so should I do it? Because...
Yeah, you do it, because you've been silent.
Okay. Yeah, I need to quit being a silence guy. Yeah, when a Kämpfer is actually near to another one, the bracelets actually glow. Or whatever, and they have to transform.
Mm. And also the bracelets come in have two colours, blue and red, and apparently I think the dynamic is that red has to verse blue, or something like that.
Yeah.
And then later in the series it does change.
Yeah, it changes. A third team comes in.
But it hasn't been expounded too much.
Well,
yet.
I know more about the...
At least from what I know, but...
Yeah, from what I know a lot more, and I'll get to that maybe later. But I have to try and do it without spoiling it for Pika.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he transforms into a chick again. Redhead chick uses a gun, which is... Yes!
Yes! Yeah, she chases after Nretsew-san.
Is seen to be a Springfield M19 11A1.
You gun nut.
What do you expect? Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, you can...
Details!
Details! Unneeded details! But anyway, so the redhead chick we have a fight scene in a suburban environment. We find out.
Yes, let me say it. We found out that Nretsew-san has the ninja skills!
Yeah, she's apparently Ninja Gaiden in disguise. But, because she does a massive backflip onto a telephone pole. Or I'm guessing it's a telephone pole.
Yeah.
And then we have a scene where, is trying to protect the love interest, and we find out that Nretsew-san has the ability to shoot fireballs.
Fire! Boom.
Yes.
Also, which you two haven't pointed out. Technically, okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead, but I don't give a shit. Basically, there's three kind of.
Paper.
Yeah.
Paper.
Yeah,
One uses like magic, the other one uses like gun, or pistol, or rifle,
And
and another one uses.
And the other one?
Uses melee weapons.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
sword.
Surprisingly, most of the melee weapons are either katanas or dull chained weapons, like daggers, but they're chained together, which we'll get into. We'll get into when we do our favorite.
True, it's true.
And character summaries. But yeah, so basically, we have the fight scene. Nretsew-san misses the redhead chick. Telephone pole's about to fall on redhead chick. We get a really interesting scene after Nretsew-san saves the redhead chick. Redhead chick's just sitting. What I don't get is if redhead chick's just sit completely immobilized Nretsew-san, why doesn't she just turn around and shoot him in the face?
That's because you forgot the fact that redhead chick is on the side of our main protagonist.
Yes, yeah, at that point, we didn't know that, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
So I don't get, when I was first watching it, sorry Anthony, but when I was first watching it, I didn't get why redhead chick doesn't just turn around and shoot him in the face. I'm sorry, that's just me thinking with gaming logic, I'm sorry. But anyway.
She does recognize it, maybe, and doesn't fire. That's just one of the collusion.
Yeah, basically the redhead chick saw what color it was, but she still wanted to fight Nretsew-san, still to see how strong she was.
Because she's awesome.
Yeah, she gets up after sitting on Nretsew and just steps on her. Ow.
Oh yeah. She gets even better later on, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, after the fight, we meet up with the love interest. Love interest gets introduced to the female version of Nretsew-san. This is gonna come to play later.
And Nretsew-san's like, you're welcome, and just like,
you're welcome.
Whoosh!
Whoosh! And then we get to go to the school, which is a school where the boys are separated from the girls. I've never been to a school like that, but that dynamic doesn't.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Wouldn't separating the boys from the girls make the boys want to bang the girls even more?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, I'm just using logic here, because I've always gone to a co-ed school where boys and girls are all mixed up and shit. But and nothing really bad came from that. But I'm thinking that if the boys are separated from the girls, doesn't that mean that the boys will all become hungry for the girls? I'm just saying, because of withdrawal.
Yeah.
Another effect of this is that it seems to turn all the girls into lesbians. Which comes into play later.
We are jumping ourselves to the gun when we're meant to be just reviewing on the first episode only.
I know, but it's hard because the first episode is not as good as the rest of them.
Exactly.
But anyway, so we're at the school. Nretsew-san's turned back into a boy. We meet the perverted friend. Pika.
A very happy in the pants.
Well, no, he's a pervert because he uses goddamn. He's got a camera and he keeps taking pictures of everyone. He's a pervert.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, I don't get. It's why do you need a character? Well, then again, he doesn't turn up that much.
Yeah.
So that's
he
fair.
doesn't turn up. Yeah, that's fair.
And this is when we're also introduced to the adventurer chick.
Yes.
It's Indiana Jones if Indiana Jones is female.
Seriously, this chick goes every freaking where.
Yeah, we actually get to meet her later on, but it's pretty fucking. She's like crazy, like mental. If you thought the redhead was mental, you haven't met this chick yet. But I do quite like her theme song though, and I'll try and find it and play it in the actual podcast because it's a really nice, like, it sounds very Egyptian, like it's a very ancient type sound.
She's apparently an exotic woman, very exotic, especially from the episode when we were introduced to her.
Yeah. Anyway, and now Sakura-san is told, Natsuo-san is told that, Natsuo-san, Sakura-san, fucking hell. But he's told that, there's a chick waiting for him outside the classroom. Is anyone going to elaborate on this? Or are we just going to shut the fuck up for 10 seconds?
There's a chick waiting on him. There's a chick waiting on him outside the room, and it turned out to be,
This is Geek Chick. Or Geeky Kid.
The cute dark chick.
That's what you mean.
Now.
Keep going.
Can I just say, favorite character? Yes. If you haven't guessed it already, this is Redhead Chick. In ultimate form.
I'll try and pronounce the name. I might have to fail here.
It's the same name as the Redhead Chick.
We get to see later on during the series, we get to see how her redhead side sort of now kind of fits her.
Yeah, this is just, I love this dynamic. I mean, you've got this cute, like, innocent, like, geek, like, standard geek. It's a standard stereotype.
A thing that may seem like geek, but it's very shy and soft-spoken.
Yeah. It's
someone or something. Well, okay, let's keep going with the character.
Yeah, let me keep going. We will do character summaries, but I just want to do a quick one now. It's just, I just like this dynamic because, I mean, you've got this cute, innocent, nerdy chick, and then you turn her into a fiery redhead, and I don't know, something about that.
Who's ready to bust a cap at anybody who pisses her off.
Foul mouth.
And this leads to some funny moments later on, which will be part of me and Pika's favourite moments. But again,
pow, 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 just gotta say.
Yeah, but no, it's just something about this dynamic to me just screams win, with a capital W-I-N, win. So anyway, we find so after we have the explanation, we have exposition. We have an interesting scene with a book. Pika, explain the interesting scene with a book.
Basically, Natsuo-san finds out that she's the Kämpfer that he fought, or was avoiding, more likely.
Yes.
Trying to not get his head shot off by her earlier, and he was trying. He since she was the only other Kämpfer he knew, he wanted to talk to her and see if he could get any information about what he could do and how he could control the transformation better. So yeah,
they find a German language book.
Yeah.
This leads to a very interesting scene.
I got it. I go.
And then we also encounter another interesting. There was a small. Guess where the book is? Did you notice that, Peter?
Yes, the book was
in her crotch.
I know.
And he's like, should I get it? No. And she's like, yeah. It's hilarious. I'm sorry, the dynamic, but like the stuff that happens between these two characters is freaking hilarious.
Makes me think of. Wait, what?
Anthony's currently out of it.
Yeah, but mine is literally kind of out of shape for some odd reason.
Yes. I don't know. I highly doubt that this is going to be a high quality review. But anyway, let's continue. This is also when we're introduced to Madam President.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is one of my
Do you
favorite
pronounce the
characters.
name?
Yeah, Pika loves this character.
I mean,
second favorite for me.
Okay, her name is...
she's at
I can't even
name-
pronounce it, damn it!
Just call her Madam President. That's what they call her. In the
Madam President. Shiaku? No, I don't know. That's not
Suzaku or whatever the fuck it is. I'm sorry, we can't pronounce it. Well, don't worry. When I show images of all the characters, I'll put up like their name and text,
Yeah.
so you know.
Also,
So-
actually do this. Get the main character plus their Kämpfer side as well.
Yes, we'll do all of that when
I know. I've made these things before, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one...
We did one a week ago, you know. But anyway, so yes, this chick is hilarious in her own right. The first time I met her, she's like, "Be quiet in the library," and he's like, "You sexual deviants," fucking, because she thinks it's like fucking banging in the library. They're like, "No," and she's like, "Ugh, I don't have time for this shit," and just walks off.
Yeah, it just walks off.
Yeah.
But you get a very mysterious aura from her.
Well, no, it's more like I'm a Kämpfer with a big sign plastered on her forehead.
Yeah.
Like seriously,
You
when
can just sense it. You can sense it from
that and she was in the opening as well.
Yeah, that's kind of gave it away.
But,
Yeah,
but,
a
but,
little bit,
but we'll
still.
get more into when we do the character roundups. But anyway, after the scene in the library, for some reason or another, because Nretsew, Nretsew-san can't control his transformations yet.
Yeah. Which means...
So he's turned into a chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he turns into a chick, and I don't know freaking where someone decides to start throwing knives.
No, that's at the end of the episode. We're not.
Oh, that's at the end.
We're not.
We're not there yet.
Not that. Yeah, we still got the roof scene where we have a bit more expedition, and then we get to he needs to go to the toilet. Oh my god! That leads to one of the most funniest lines in the whole series. Do I flip the skirt up or do I take it off? Yes! Win!
What?
Like I said, look, can I just say, this anime is win. It is. It's just win. Okay, I do have some gripes with it, but that's like only in the later episodes, and mostly only in the episodes that were released this year. So after the interesting toilet dynamic, Nretsew-san is walking home. We meet Sakura-san. Pika. Well, this is. I can't even. You explain it.
How should we put this? I don't know, my mind is on blank here too.
Sakura-san is like, Sakura-san, Nretsew-san is like talking to Sakura-san, and in the conversation, Sakura-san, I think, mentions about this new girl she saw. You know?
She hints to, she's like, there's this person I like, and I'd like to introduce. I don't know who they are, but I met them this morning and they were wearing the school's uniform. I was wondering if you see her, can you you introduce us? And the expression that comes out of him is one of absolute terror. Like, he's just like,
it's like,
fuck!
And his voice is like,
and he drops his bag and he's like, oh my god. And then we cut to a scene with the disemboweled tiger, and the tiger's just cracking up, which is pretty much what everyone else should be doing after that scene.
And he gets pissed off and chucks the tiger into the trash can.
Which is a running gag for the.
It's a running gag. All the intro animals, except for maybe Madam President's own.
We don't really see much of them, do we? So there's not much.
Yeah, but all the intro animals at a certain point say something smart, and they pay for it, basically.
Yes. But anyway, then we cut to where Pika was saying we have a scene in a library, another scene in the library where we have the chick throwing knives.
Yeah, but that's when they were talking, and Nretsew-san changed to his girlfriend, so he had to hide. This is what happened. basically he was walking to the school talking with Nretsew, and then all of a sudden his wrist is glowing. And he's like, holy crap, I gotta get someone to transform. And he's like, sorry, Nretsew, I gotta do something.
Yeah. But
that's kind of how it was. And he makes a flying leap into a row of books, into like an empty row of books where no one really saw the flash of him transforming. It was funny. I thought that part.
And then we get into and then we have a fight scene, and Redhead Chick does some more awesome lines. You're going to run off and be bait while I shoot the bitch in the back.
Wait.
No, wait. First, the redhead chick appears again. It's like, okay, we're gonna fight again? It's like, do we have to fight it? Nretsew said, like, do we have to fight again?
No.
Then she's like, no. It's like, no, there's another Kämpfer around there. It's like, where? And then shing!
Oh, yes. And then we get the cliffhanger ending where the redhead shoots Sakura. And
when she thought, so you're the one who attacking us.
Yeah, and Nretsew sounds just like, no! Cliffhanger ending.
Cliffhanger.
Now! What shall we do first? Pika? Favorite moments or character summaries?
The favorite moment.
Okay, episode 2.
Oh gosh, episode 2.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see. This is probably me and Pika's most memorable moment. Okay, we've got the geeky chick. We got the geeky chick. And they're talking.
This is like after the whole fight scene.
And the cliffhanger. And he's like, I'd like you to come to my house.
She's like, what?
And then he's like, don't worry, no one will hear you scream. And then we cut to a blanked out image of what I can assume to be her getting banged. And she's thinking to herself, why would I be screaming? And she's like terrified.
She's in the scene is like, they're suggesting that's what's going on because you hear her going, This made it even more funny.
And then she goes to his house and they're in the room, and
he stands up stiff as a board.
And then he's just like, "Why are you so stiff?" And she's like, "Stiff?" And she just like falls back on the bed and is just like, "Take me." And then
be gentle.
Be
gentle.
And then no, Son's just sitting like under like on the floor next to the bed, and he's just like, I need to ask you something, kid. She's like, anything. I need some advice about what to do with Sakura-san. And then she's just like, huh? So you're not going to? And then she's just like, whoop, and she's
just gets on the floor like hyperspeed.
Oh god, that was hilarious.
She's probably my second favorite character.
She's my favorite because I personally find Madam President to be a bit of a bitch.
I find her to be a bitch. I find her to be one too, but I like her for the fact that most of the situations that she causes are actually sort of all the characters that she gets wrapped up in its own fault.
That, and also she's probably one of the most sexually aggressive out of the three. They are trying to bang him, obviously.
Or get him to...
Which is especially prominent in the first 2 minutes and 37 seconds of the 13th episode.
Oh, good grief.
God.
Let me just say that it's like, Jesus. I'll get to that when I get to that, because that's the second part, which was released this year, so I'll get to that when I get to that. But anyway, so... Another favourite moment, I don't know, the introduction of the adventurer chick. Like, when we meet her finally. Because we've been building to it. Because, like, every episode there's been, like, she sends a postcard to him. And she's, like, in another location.
And she finally makes it. And what does she make it in? Nothing
but a fucking...
No, let me say this. She finally gets there. And when he finally gets home,
Curry!
She's Curry, and she's wearing almost nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Sexy. You get it, idea.
No. She's wearing nothing but what I'm guessing is a maid's apron. And not a maid outfit, just the apron.
Just the apron. I'm like, what?
This chick is really extreme throughout the series. Like, she's the most
kind of
crazy.
whole series now.
Yeah, we are. We're going to be getting through the whole series because this is just crazy. This chick, like, she's like, oh my god.
The instantaneous I got when during the postcards, I got the sense that she might be one of those goofy kind of characters.
But
I was correct. Even more so.
Yeah, you were correct, and then some.
She is freaking crazy.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's another favorite moment. I don't know, other favorite. Oh yes, another favorite moment is, although Pika hasn't gotten up to this yet, it's the moment with Sakura-san, where, because Pika, you're up to the one where they go to the beach resort, aren't you?
Yes.
The moment I'm talking about is just in the next episode. And it's the point where you realize Sakura-san is not what you think she is.
Uh-oh.
Because there's I don't want to spoil this, but it is a really big oh shit moment. Like, they hint to it in the previous episode, like they hint to the whole aspect of what's about to happen, but you never expect it to be, like, happen so quickly. And it's like, oh god. It's like, oh my god.
By the way, in episode 9, when they first get to the beach, when they get to Natsura-san, there's like, wait, what? This isn't fan service?
Yeah. Anyway, alright, well, let's go into, I don't know, we could be here all day if we go through all the characters, couldn't we? We would be here. We have so much we can talk about these characters. Let's just talk about our favourites.
Focus on the main ones, you know what I mean?
Now let's just focus on the favourites, because personally, I would like to focus on the main character, but it's like there's so much we can go on to. This would be like a 2-hour something podcast, and we've probably already gone over like an hour or something. And I don't know how much we get on.
Less than an hour.
Less than an hour. But still, yeah, I don't know. It's like. I'll talk about my favorite character. The geeky redhead chick. Love her. I love her. As I said before, I love the dynamic. I think it's a really good concept. And some of the hilarious moments you get with her are like, wow.
Wow.
Personally, if I had to choose a character that I would want Natsura-san to get with, it would be her. Like, seriously, like, out of all three of them, because the 3 chicks, they all want to bang him, essentially. They all basically fall in love with him, and it turns into a really... By the end of the series, it's like, oh god.
It's a circus! Let's just say, everybody's in the circus.
Anyway, yeah, I really do love this character. I mean, I don't know whether it's something about her design or just their attitude, but the redhead chick is awesome. Another favourite moment is when she hangs him off the edge of the building.
That's awesome. It's like,
and she like ties her, like she hangs him by the collar on the end of like a pole or something, and she's just hanging me.
Like,
yeah, it's like. A little talk,
Well, anyway.
something, and then she just drag him or her just over the
Railing, yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Oh, what the?
But anyway, Pika, what about your favourite character?
my favorite character is Madam President, for the fact, even though she's a bitch. She's not really. She's a bitch, but I'm not gonna deny that she is one. She's not one, but yeah. She's not really that. When you first meet her, she is a protagonist. But after Natsume-san and Natsume-san's like, okay, let's make a deal. You don't hurt Sakura-chan, and we'll be on like a truce and all that stuff. And she's like, okay.
Right.
So she proceeds to be that sneaky little troll person.
Yeah, she's a bit of a bitch.
Who uses all the situations of all the people around her. I don't know if she gets a kick out of it. she has to somehow get a kid.
And like I also said before, she's also the most sexually aggressive with Nretesw.
I think she is. She is.
Especially in episode 13. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But yeah, she is the trickiest one out of the whole bunch. I like her for the fact that the situations she uses are usually caused by the characters not thinking with their heads correctly straight.
Mm.
It's like this character I've heard from a friend of ours, which if he were in here, he'd probably tell me about. But yeah, if you guys know BlazBlue and you guys know anything about this guy, you can put it in the comments. Anyways, yes, that's her, Madam President.
And you, Anthony? And Anthony, what about your favorite character?
Since I've seen like 4 episodes, I haven't seen a lot of character. But at the moment, I'll say between the red-haired one, well, I can now just pronounce it, and Nretsew at the moment. It's may change over the time, but I'll just see how it goes. But at the moment, I'll say...
Right. Well, now we get to the difficult part. My gripes, which I mentioned earlier. One thing I don't like about this series is the fact that the fighting... I mean, I know it's not supposed to be a fighting anime, but I mean, if you've got a premise that involves some form of fighting, I would have expected to see not only a little bit more of it, but maybe better animated fight scenes. That's probably my only proper gripe. My other gripe is the latest two. Because can I just say, they turned the fan service up a bit too much. It kind of goes beyond the level that you would... Because, I mean, when I first... The series in 2009, the fan service works and is used at the correct times to not only make it funny, but to also make their fan service make sense. Because in most animes today, breeze, panty shot, you know, it's like, it just happens for no reason, and there's no reasoning behind the fan service. However, in the 2009, it's more constructed fan service, except for the transitions and the end credits, which are basically fan service. But then again, if you've got a good track record for the whole episode, then you can spoil yourself with the end credits and the transition. I mean, come on. And that, not only that, but I reckon the latest two, they kind of work, and there is a really funny scene in the 14th one with the redhead chick in a locker with Nretesw, and oh god, that's so funny. But I don't want to spoil too much.
Episode 9, warning, be a good little boy and ignore the crazy lady.
Yeah. But
I'm being a real treat today. This feature.
Yeah. But anyway, I reckon, you personally, if I have to give this a rating, because we do ratings on this, I will give I'm going to rate the 2009 and the 2011 separately, because I have different opinions on both of them. But I reckon 2009 would probably be an 8 out of 10 from me. It's solid, well scripted, hilarious, and the fan service is minimal to just working with the show. However, the 2011 renditions that have come out, which I'm guessing are just a trial, and they are possibly going to pull out a second season next year, which I'm hoping for, I would give those only a 6, because I think that the fan service was typed up too much. The funny moments are still there, but it's like, I've seen it a bit before, you know, it's like, and also, I only had one real fucking hilarious moment with the red hair chick. But yeah, so I would rate that about maybe 6. Other than that,
so far, I'm sorry.
Other than that, I reckon the show's good, and it's definitely worth a watch. Out of some of the modern, more 2000 animes, I reckon it's a good thing. It's a good thing to watch. I wouldn't watch it all in one go. I'd watch it over the course of 1 or 2, 3 days. But yeah, definitely give it a watch if you're interested in something that's just slightly different to what you're used to.
Yeah.
Alright, what about you, Pika?
Episode 9, again, super warning. Even if you don't want to be a good little boy, you should still ignore the crazy lady. Yes, I'd give the series an 8 out of 10 for the fact that it's really hilarious. The fan service isn't all that bad, and when you do get it, it's usually hilarious. And the story and even though it kind of diverts off of the main plot, and it filler.
Yeah, it has a bit of filler, but the filler's funny though.
Yeah, the show's pretty good. I probably will have some gripes on the episodes that Nretsew is talking about once I get up to them.
Trust me, you will. Trust me.
Yeah.
So, Anthony, what about you?
Let's see. Since I said before, and I'll say it again, I was seeing 4 episodes. It's looking quite good. So, at the moment, normally I would try to resist from giving a final grade. But
give it a first impressions. Give it a first impressions grade.
First impressions for the first episodes. Written nicely. I mean, the fighting scene to start with, that's neat. And everything else with like bits on fan service and stuff, and like, oh boy, I got a good numbers of fan service, but well, you get the idea. But overall, so far, I'm gonna give it a 7.5, but that may change over time, as I said before.
Yeah, that may change.
What I heard from you guys and stuff like that, that's gonna make me just keep on watching it.
Right, well, I don't know, is there anything else we want to talk about this show?
Not really, but
not if we want to spoil anything else.
Yeah, which I don't really want to spoil anything for the show.
Who is this recommended for? What you gonna say?
Yeah, I reckon I'd recommend this for anybody. One that has a cock. Just joking. I'm just joking. God damn it! Calm down. Anyway, calm down, internet.
That's all. Anyway.
If you like comedy, watch this.
Yeah.
If you like fan service, still watch this. You'll get a laugh out of it.
You'll get a laugh out of it, definitely. It's definitely worth watching just for the lulz. But yeah,
if you're looking for an anime with a serious plot, it's sort of in filler mode at the moment. But yeah,
I wouldn't watch. You don't watch it for plot. But as its genre is, it's a romantic comedy. It's not something that's like serious. So I would highly recommend this show.
It's not something like Evangelion, as we see.
Yeah. And the thing is, we don't want to spoil too much because, as I said, this is also it's had recent release, and it's been released in 2009, which is different from Evangelion, which was released in like the 90s. So everyone's pretty much watched it. So we can spoil a little bit more with Evangelion, but with this, it's kind of harder to talk about it without spoiling.
Yeah. 2009 series are basically kind of, well, I wouldn't say kind of new, but like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
As for the new
it's 12.
2011.
Yeah, the 12.
According to Wiki, they all seem to be done by the same date. Only done 2 episodes. No idea if they're going to do more or less.
I predict that the 2 episodes released last year, because this is going to be uploaded on New Year's, hopefully. But the thing about it is that the 2 episodes, I reckon they're trialing it. Like they're trying to see what the reaction is to what they've done with the latest one, to see if they will probably run with a second season. I hope it does get a second season, and I also hope that it gets a dub, because it hasn't been dubbed yet.
Even though it has a license for this show, but it has
an American license, but I reckon that's probably just for DVD releases. But I highly recommend that it get. I really would like to see a licensed dub for this anime. I don't know who would take it up though.
Ocean Group, hopefully, maybe.
But anyway, I reckon, shall we wrap this up now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, well, just a quick side note while we're here. Upcoming S.N.A.P projects, since we can.
God dang part 3 of Sonic Colors.
Yes! Get your ass working on that.
Get that shit done.
I know. I got my recording stuff done, but Christmas came around and I'm like...
Christmas kind of mucks everything out, which is why Anthony didn't do his homework on the series and watched the entire thing like he was supposed to.
Yeah, cock up, because like many people is like trying to talk to me, other people is like, hey, I'm gonna go out, or yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, pretty much S.N.A.P is going to be pretty busy over the next course of the few weeks. We're going to try and get a video out at least once per week. Like, even if it's just like something small, like maybe just a slight, maybe first impressions video or something, but we just hope to get something out each week. Next week,
make sure we can get some more occupation. I mean, to get more.
Right.
Skype not Skype. I mean with Snap, and try and get more people or get other people to get on too. I mean, we're not looking.
Yes, we need to get more people.
Other people on the Snap.
No, we don't need. No, we don't need to get.
No, we don't need to get more people. We
need to get the people that we have to get off their lazy asses.
That's what
I'm asking. That's why.
I've told them that they can upload stuff when they see fit, and they can organise their own bloody playthroughs if they want to. I don't bloody mind, but it's just no one's done.
You haven't been talking to them. That's the problem.
I have. I've been talking with Nretesw because I have to get him to hurry up with the Evangelion thing. Oh yes, he's been doing some good work.
I've been talking to Blisterbud, actually. You need to talk to him.
But anyway,
things on that, like let's see, Sonic 1 playing through Sonic 2. And also done, at the moment, Golden Axe. And I had to play a bit of Golden Axe as well.
But anyway, on to what we're possibly... Next week, if we do, we're going to try and do the end of Evangelion next week.
Yes.
Which will be which will be a good commentary. If we can do that next week, that'll be great. Dreaded Luna, if you're watching this, please just try your best and try and get it ready for next week at some point. If we can't get Evangelion next week, we'll look at the 2011 listing and randomly pick an anime.
Or manage to somehow do part 1 of Sonic 1, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, or
Sonic 1,
or something like that.
I don't know.
So anyway, this is the end of our little review / talk about Kämpfer. Yeah, I reckon there's not much else that needs to be said. Just other than watch it now.
Yes, and Madam President, god dang, Madam President and the redhead chick.
So this was Nretsew Nretesw.
This is redmage Espion, and
this is Nretesw Pikachu 20, blah blah blah. Signing out. See you guys later, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy freaking New Year.